Welcome back to another intermediate match between iNTACT eSports and Bold Youth this time. This is a scrim, and it looks like we will be playing on Cash. We'll get the demo started here in a second. But some first things to watch on the iNTACT side, we definitely want to be looking after VicX, who has some incredible performances. He has some fantastic game, very skilled player. And we have EnfoHip, who is the opper for iNTACT. Imperius is going to be IGLing for them. Kai, I think, seems to be a very aggressive CT holder, so I'm not sure how he plays this map, but we'll find out soon. And then Skull also has fantastic performances from time to time. So my name is Hopti.
And I'm Savage, and let's just jump right into this match.
Yep, let's get it going. Okay.
So, first things out on the pistol round. Let's see how they decide to make their aggression.
And this is, Cash is an interesting map. Like, we always have the pugs where, I mean, everyone's always just like, just rush B first round, you know? So let's see if they have some depth coming out of the pistol, or they decided the good old ultimate Cash default. I wish the money wouldn't lag behind sometimes. It's not showing what the players are buying. But we do have a smoke that's already thrown, so it must be a mid-smoke from Imperius. Boosting two players up. VicX going up and over the boost spot. Excellent movement here. They're already going up highway. There's going to be some
And that's going to be great 3K coming out from Bolt. 3 headshots in a row. Make that 4. Make that 5. That's going to be an ace coming out from... instantly coming out from Time, excuse me. Yeah. They're all bold. So Time right there with the ace right off the bat. Gonna be a great round from him, and only picking up the umps. So interesting economic choice from him. That's gonna be something to watch for. He's gonna have a lot of money. We'll see if he picks up the op for his team in the next couple rounds.
We saw them electing to put no mid presence, 3 players towards B, and you saw them instantly rotate when they assumed that there were players towards pushing towards middle.
And of course, iNTACT boosting 2 players up again toward the mid. That seems to be their default so far, is to have a couple players go over mid. A couple Deagles, Tech 9, P250 coming out from Terra's side.
This is going to be big. Oh no, it's a nightmare for iNTACT. The same boot gets counter boosted over, picks up 2 kills, falls off. No refrags coming in from iNTACT.
You love to see it and you hate to see it. That's something that we love to see as the spectators. The counter boost is always a fun thing to see, and Bold Youth making a great use of it in the second round here. Red Sox, great headshot there with the Deagle, and Time again rushing in to kill VicX. And Imperius only left on the P250. He's toward the A side and cleaned up real quick by Time with the running headshot. Nice second round there from Bold Youth. And iNTACT not able to buy into this round. You see everybody only on the low buys, but Enfo, of course, 3,700. He's going to be opping into the next round.
Yeah, he elected the full save, so it was a very weak force buy from them in the first round. It looks like they even saved. They may have only bought pistols because they have a little more than... No, actually, some of them bought down, saved 1,900, which is the default launch bonus for the second round. Electing to go towards A with the Glocks. It should be a pretty easy cleanup for Bold, who have elected to keep their umps. Let's see. There we go.
Time coming out with the easy ump cleanup. Cheetos with a couple of P250 shots. Looks like he elected not to use his scout. Jumping over to the red box. Nice no-scope shot from him. Doesn't really...
Oh!
2 in a row from Cheetos. Make that a double with the scout. 2 with the P250. That's a quad overall into the last of the round there. Wonderful round from him. Even though it was against the eco, you always love to see the no-scopes.
You're always worried when you have Cheetos about, getting a little dusty, but clearly... Cheetos the player, not dusty at all. Warmed up those no-scopes, has the op now, so 4 kills.
And that's only in the third round that he is not dusty either, so...
Let's see where he's opping. So they have double op setup. So we have... And neither of them going mid. We have the B peak with the op here. Oh, here we go. Right on highway. Ooh, almost falls up on 2.
Doesn't quite get the double. Nice frag there. Not going to be any damage, though. 4v5 to iNTACT's move. VicX looking toward the middle. Nice flick onto the headshot by VicX, taking a little bit of damage from the leg, excuse me. Red Sox not able to get the double.
That's dangerous, peeking into the mid like that with 10 HP. Even a wallbang will take you out. And this double op seems to be working out for them. That's 2 or 3 CT op kills so far in this round.
Same pushing through the middle. We're gonna watch out for that flank. They know that all the players are at B site right now. They have the A site covered, and VicX making a lot of noise. That's Red Sox with a nice cleanup onto Kai. Great job by VicX on the op to take down that CT economy, but at this point he's trapped, looking for a kill onto the headshot spot there, not able to find it. Does find one toward the box. Great job from him so far, and there's that flank coming in from Same. We talked about that earlier in the round, and there it is. Great job from the CTs there, pushing that player through the mid garage, realizing that if they rotate him through, they're gonna get a nice easy flank on the cleanup, last of the round.
As the lost bonus builds for iNTACT, we're moving out of the first gun round, and they're going to buy up some pistols and maybe some half armor here, a couple nades. So we'll see what they elect to do with that. But Bold Youth getting out to a good start on the CT side, picking up that first gun round. Double op setup remains. They managed to recover 2 of them going into this round. Great utility from those players too, so it definitely looks like they're going to be moving up to a 5th round. But we will see.
We do have pistols coming out from iNTACT. A couple of deagles. Smokes into the mid lane. They're going to have flashes coming over. Unfortunately, Same with great double headshot there from the vent. VicX able to clean him up with the deagle. Good trade there. One more player toward the mid round. And now they go into the B site. That's through the vent. Kai knows there's one on site. He's rushing, trying to get the kill. And Imperious, great cleanup with the P250. VicX looking for the flank, knows they like to push one through. One CT toward the CT side of that B site. And VicX still watching for the flank. That's a great position for him. CTs have one toward the upper position, one pushing through CT. That's a great push through the smoke by McPredstock. Imperious with the op shot. McPredstock's a great kills from him. He's coming out with the headshot USP. And VicX trapped in the B side, in the B main. Easy cleanup from Time.
Isn't able to pick it up. I mean, what a fantastic round from iNTACT. I love the fact that they got the bomb down and managed to kill 4 players there. That 3-on-3 was definitely winnable, but I mean, you have to count that round as a win for the terrorists in general because of the economic damage done and the bomb plant. So they're going to be buying, and they're going to have money to buy 2 rounds in a row. Especially with their losing bonus. So this is good economy coming out from iNTACT. We see a couple players on very low money on Bold. Let's see what's coming out from mid. Got a boost.
That's Orbital toward the B site with the op. We're gonna have the duel of the ops here maybe. Quick peek around the corner. No. Orbital a little bit quicker. And that's huge. That's a big pick for them. Enfo, the main op, of course, for iNTACT eSports, going down to the main op, Orbital.
We'll be seeing some contact towards A here soon with Kai. Let's see if he gets flashed in. We have the player on Catwalk holding close. And I believe we also have a player holding...
Are we going to get a run boost here? I think they're setting up for a run boost over at the A site. Maybe not. Maybe just
making
a
sure they get the
boost.
trade if a player comes in. Pretty smart thing to do. Is this a lineup?
No, good back flash.
Flash.
Great job by VicX there with the flash turn. Kai actually getting the kill. But that's a great presence of mind from them. Here comes the molly toward the quad box. He's going to be able to get out. VicX with a nice spray down trade.
How are they going to get across the ops? The op isn't scoped in. And the players are able to make it on site. They're going to get a bomb plant. Flash is coming out. It's a tall 2v3 order here.
But the terrorist side not able to get to great post-plant positions. They're in the 2 versus 3. We have one at default, one at quad box. Orbital able to get the trade after McPredstock goes down. Here's Imperious stuck at the default position. He has 2 players pushing him, one on each side. He tries to isolate to the 1v1. He has 2 players, one on each side. Imperious with the 1 kill on the headshot, but Orbital pushing around the backside. Easy cleanup for him with the USP as he gets the trade from behind. Unable to get the turnaround with Imperious. Unfortunate for him, but a great round coming out from Bold Youth, able to close out the round after iNTACT had taken the site.
And full round losing bonus plus 2 bomb plants in a row means iNTACT do have another buy coming into this. And the CT economy, it's starting to be shaken. I think we're going to come out with... Yep, there's a P250. Oh, maybe Moss getting thrown to one player. So we do have a slightly lack of utility on Cheetos.
And this is what you get when you have a lot of really close rounds in a row as a terrorist side. You start to see the strain it puts on the CT economy. You see the FAMAS buy, you see the low utility. And this is a big deal for iNTACT. If they can capitalize on this low utility, it can be a really good position for them going into the next few rounds. But Cheetos coming out with the early frag onto EnfoHip in middle. The duel of the ops not going in his favor so far. Imperious with the trade frag able to come through. Kai through the smoke in mid, knows that one is playing in the mid white box. What a great kill from him. Imperious up the mid lane, pushing onto the A side, recognizes there's one at quad box. Imperious, great kills from him. Able to get his team onto the site. Skull rotating all the way over from the B site.
Still by truck.
What a great play from him. He knows that they have no flank. This is a great position for iNTACT to be in. Skull gets the bomb. They know that they have no flank coming. They know that they only have 2 places to watch. They're going to watch toward the mid side. They're going to watch toward the truck side. Skull, nice open plant. Imperious watching toward the truck side. Kai watching mid. And it looks like the CTs have made the decision to save at this point. Both of them pushing into the sunroom. And this is going to be iNTACT's first round.
On the board. And
we talked about the economy a little bit. This was a great round for them to capitalize. Next round, Bold Youth, not going to be able to have a buy. They're going to be on pistols. They're not going to have to double save if they lose, I don't think. I think they'll be able to buy even if they lose the next round.
They're saving 2 players. I think they're definitely going to go for a buy on this. You're going to have a hard time letting yourself get a 3-round, like being up 6-0 and then just giving them 3
They might not even save next round. It might be, they might force behind.
They're going to force behind these 2 players, I'm certain. You can get 2 FAMASs from them for the low econ players. But let's see what they decide to do. They may end up stacking a site with a low econ buy. It's a 5-7 coming out.
So yeah, looks like no force behind this. Interesting move coming out from them. It was a great point you made about the economy and what they're able to do with it going in the next few rounds if they do force this round. I think that might be a mistake from them in the long run, but let's see how they play it. They do still have the op. They do still have the M4A1. They are able to make big plays. We've seen Orbital, what he can do with the op. He's been great so far in making sure they have control of B, making sure they have control of mid. And we have iNTACT pushing over the mid. Great boost spot from them. Enfo able to get the op. Look, have great control of mid.
This looks like iNTACT developing their default on the T side. They like to boost their player up. We see Skull is lurking towards B every round. And we have Vic X, who is in A main or Squeaky every round as well.
And they're playing the A side a little bit different. That's something that's interesting on iNTACT's T side so far. They've put a little bit different position toward the A side every time. They're gathering information a little bit differently. We'll see how Imperious chooses to work this. They're playing a nice slow default. You love to see this on rounds like this because you know that they have at least a half buy. You're not sure if they have a full buy. So Imperious is trying to make the real call. And EnfoHip not able to hit the flick, but that's really good information for them to have. And great peek from McPredsox coming out. That's a 2K from him. Coming in 1 with the headshot. Vic X, another great headshot. And 3 kills coming in for the T side.
Let's see. So, no mid control from the CTs. They did stack towards the A site, but unfortunately they're not able to pick up those kills. The 2 players that saved their guns are still alive, however, and it looks like they might be trying to save.
Imperious, what a great position from him in mid, watching toward the Z connector.
Yeah. You see Mick C Predsox? I want to say Mick Predsox, but I think it's just C Predsox. I don't know.
I'm just gonna call him Predsox. I like that. That's a good. That's a good name. We'll go with that.
He is a pair of predatory socks. But interesting
the Red
choice
Sox,
from him
if
to
you will.
swing around wide like that and just sort of. I mean, it didn't look like he had a great chance to make a play there. Loses his gun, and I mean, they're gonna have to buy, but I mean, that 2750 player could have used the gun for sure.
I think I figured it out. Yeah. Captain Red Sox.
Cap Red Sox. Oh my.
I think I figured it out.
You
Is
know,
that right?
Have you, like, I'm just, like, talking here, and you've just been thinking this entire time.
I'm sorry, his name is really intriguing me.
It's a matter of some contention, so let's see.
All right, moving into round 9, we still have one op coming out from Orbital. He's been huge for them with this op. He's had so many entry kills.
I think that's a big mistake from Kai there, peeking mid like that, dry, when he knows they saved a gun into the round, and I think they had a fair assumption that that was the op getting saved. So they are now in a man disadvantage in a round where you have 4 players on an eco buy.
And this isn't too bad on Cash. There's a lot of really close angles that you can play on Cash in order to have really good advantages with the pistol. And here's Time, all the way pushed up through Squeaky. This is a really great play from him. He's going to gather a lot of information. VicX toward A main has no idea that he has Time behind him. And is he going to see the one player toward mid?
The gun barrel.
There it is. He's going to miss it. And Skull able to convert back with the headshot. Wow.
This is an interesting round to say the least. We have 2 players dead on iNTACT. They're still in a man disadvantage.
And iNTACT making the decision to go toward the B side. Enfohip has gotten a lot of information from them. He's been listening the whole time. And right now, Imperius makes the call. Let's go B. Of course, we have Same in middle. Boosted up here.
Able to go very quickly through the vents. VicX might be caught out by this boost spot. I would be.
Who checks this?
Players, I mean, unless you hear them jump up here.
The timing.
So, it is traded. It is traded, however. We have the rest of the players working in towards B. One more player dies under Heaven. Info off the aggressive angle. He has a player above him. He has to defend Skull, who is planting open on sight. Well, I wonder if they heard the scope sound. Do they know?
And there's Captain Red Sox.
They don't know where the last player is. Playing cat and mouse. Still falls to Orbital, who's able to find the cheeky pistol kill before Enfo can get back around the corner. And that's going to be the defuse coming in for Orbital. Wow, what a close round. 4 equal buys in an AWP. And iNTACT somehow managed to come out on the bottom side of that. Couple disappointing, I mean, people peeking angles into a light buy when they don't have the ability to trade.
I think that we can give a lot of credit to Orbital for that round. He was so big with the AWP in middle, able to get 1 kill early and able to get a few later in the round. Such a big deal for him. He's been winning so many op battles. And fast toward the A side.
Enfo going big with the 2K entry, swinging wide on the highway. VicX taking off the head of the highway player as well. Only 1 frag coming in from Cheetos of the AWP, and we now have a 4-on-2 for iNTACT. This is a fantastic situation for them. We do have some utility on Bold. They have a molly, they have a smoke and a frag, but I think they're just looking for exits and probably going to call this round a wash. iNTACT, the pressure play coming in huge.
I think the call to save is a big one here. Bold Youth, knowing that they have the economy to move in to the next few rounds, knowing that they have so many rounds on the board already on the CT side, but iNTACT having a lot of momentum. They know they have one trapped. Red Sox able to take the head off of Enfohip, but the trades come in from Imperius and VicX, and all players on the CT side will fall, and that will be huge for iNTACT eSports. Moving into the next round, the economy is shattered from Bold Youth, and iNTACT eSports maybe with a bit of momentum.
Yeah, we see them having a very uneven economy here. Orbital does have over 6,000. Likes to drop some pistols for his teammates. Time on 42. They will be able to buy into the next round. But the hard reset coming out to their economy as well. They have full losing bonus this round. Careful, Kai. Excellent spray down. That's textbook. They heard it coming. They heard the footsteps. They had 2 players in position. Easy spray downs. And the last 2 players are now in between the VicX sneaky flank and the remainder of iNTACT's players in mid. I don't think they know that this aggression has necessarily come out yet.
And here comes the CT side through the middle. Let's see if they find Imperius. Imperius looking for the flank. Looks as though Orbital might turn around and find one. But Imperius is watching that angle exactly. Doesn't know that there's one behind him. Did he hear the footsteps? There it is. But off goes the head by Red Sox. A great AK
Captain
pickup.
Red Sox.
Such a long name.
It's no
But
capitalization
such great
help us out
plays.
either. And
Unlike the Red Sox, great plays
also,
so far.
I don't know if he knew where to go to try to save that gun. It's a 1v4, and I don't think he had armor, so there's no way he's winning that. But could have tried to save, and instead finds his way to walk towards the bulk of iNTACT players. A little strange. The money looking fantastic on iNTACT. We have VicX sitting on 10K.
And bad money from Bold Youth. We have absolutely no utility coming out from most of the players. Only a smoke and a flash left after only a few seconds have gone by into the round. And Imperious, with great control of the utility of his team by taking this A site, but they're able to shut them down with just guns. You have Sam and Orbital going big on the CT side toward the A site as players push out with I mean, they had utility coming out, but they were able to just get the picks anyway.
The bomb hasn't gone out towards B site yet. Kai has this nasty lurk towards Fork. Nope. He gets 2 on the A site. He's going to be able to hold down this position while VicX rotates around. VicX needs to go fast, however. The players are Captain Red Sox clearly onto it, knows he needs to head back towards the A site. But I'm not sure they know that the CT players have committed. No, they have to. The smoke coming out of the truck is a tell.
And you can say thank you to Kai if they win this round, because that was a phenomenal lurking roll from him. VicX able to rotate onto the site with absolutely no interruption. And here we see Captain Red Sox, head taken off by Kai. Amazing play coming out from him. That's a 3K overall for him in the round. VicX toward the quad position. He has great information coming out. If he peeks toward that highway position, he'll see him. However, he chooses to hold.
A misplay. Kai with 4 kills in the round. Double entry, lurking onto A site. Manages to find 2 players on either side of him. He kills the quad player, and then he flicks around and kills the player up on the above the ladder on catwalk. Absolute fantastic opening in the round. Went from a 4v2 to a 2v2 with bomb site control in a matter of seconds. Interesting choice tactically there from iNTACT as well. They elected to fake A, and they sent 2 players with heavy utility usage over there. Well, I may be interrupted by this aggressive main push. No, Bull, not spotting any players, are backing off instead of continuing to take further map control.
And they have a lot of information with that play. They do know that they're going to be toward mid and B. Kai, shoot toward middle. That's going to be a great play from him. Cheeto's able to trade Imperious, but Kai able to get one more. Cheetos trades Kai as well, and we're into the 3 versus 2 from iNTACT, or from Bold Youth, able to clean up 2 of iNTACT's players as they push into them in mid. And InfoHip looking for more information in mid. Maybe knows there's one behind that white box.
Timing.
Isn't able to spot him out. Trades for the AK.
Interesting that they have man advantage, and maybe this is because they know he knows he's against an eco buy and he doesn't want to whiff a shot and punish for it.
We'll see if he goes back for that op, and maybe Cheetos will walk right into that AWP. This will be very interesting. Does he see it on the ground? No. He just turns around. Let's see if they decide to make them move toward middle. They may not even see that AWP at all. Info going back toward it.
Hearing the players. Let's see. Oh, that timing again. Same as in the garage now. If he comes around this angle, he's going to be dangerously close to that ump. Oh my. What is this timing? The player manages to sneak by him in garage.
And gets an AK for his troubles as well.
Hasn't picked it up yet. I'm interested to see. Info has to... Okay, here we go. Finally. Okay, there's the tap. We know where the player is. But... Great smoke for him.
He didn't pick up the AWP.
Good job from Info. His entire goal that entire time was to try and pick up that off, I'm pretty sure. Waits patiently, smokes off the CT angle, manages to save the AWP. And that's a $2,000 more valuable gun than an AK, so that does matter later on. But iNTACT, not wanting for money either. While Bold, the story for them has just been economic ruin. This is a full buy, and they are starting to build that losing round bonus, but the game in the half is almost in control of iNTACT eSports.
And what a great story from them so far, losing so many rounds in a row and able to come back with heavy momentum on the terrorist side. Able to shut down the economy, as you said. Look at the economy now. Only a few nades coming out. We're only down to 1:23 minutes left in the round, and still only a few flashes left on Bold Youth. Great mid control here from iNTACT. They've been so good at taking control of mid as long as they've been able to shut down the AWP there. That's when they've been strongest, when they've been able to shut down the AWP toward mid.
But look at this.
And Time knows. He heard him. He knows that he was spraying the vent.
There
Great play from him. Able to pick up the AK. Envo with the CZ, pushing into the site. Picks up one toward the vent. See what he can do with the AWP. Looks toward one on the B site. Skull able to pick up one. That's Orbital with the two trades, or excuse me, Cheetos and Same ringing in with one from each in the team. And that's going to be a pickup for each of them as we move into the final round of the half.
And it does look like everyone is going to be able to purchase a weapon in this half. We may be missing a little bit of utility on the Bolt side, but the iNTACT players can buy whatever they would like. I saw some great CT movement there. At one point we saw all 5 players on the CTs just collapse in this ring, and there was only one Terrace player over here, so they really had some great momentum and pressure coming out towards that B site that shut down that aggression. They were making some fantastic trades there.
And we have most of the T players toward the A site now as Kai moves in with the entry kill. He's been great on the entry kills so far toward the A site. VicX ringing in with another toward Time. That's the quad box. Same and Time ringing in with one each. Enfo with another, and that's the 3 versus 2. Onto the terrorist side. They have full control of the site. Enfo watching the flank. Great from him to turn around. Great timing. And the last one is Captain Red Sox toward the truck side. Enfo knows. Spots him out with the AWP. Not able to hit the shot. He's back toward the truck. Falls back. And let's see if he is able to get anything done. Of course, it is the last round, so he has no reason to save that gun.
Enfo taking maybe a little bit of an advised duel with the CZ in the middle of nowhere, but hey, it works out for him. Last round of the half. You're up 3 men to 1. You have the bomb. It's gonna go off in 10 or 15 seconds anyway. Why not go for it?
Yeah, and just putting the stats on the board. You want the headshot ratios. You want to get the CZ kills because those are the ones that you show to your friends. Is hey man, look how many headshots I have with the CZ.
Absolutely, and we are waiting for one more player to ready up here in the meantime.
Let's talk about the T side that we saw from iNTACT and what they changed as far as what we saw in the first few rounds as to what we saw in the next few rounds. What was the key there?
That's an interesting question. I definitely think I saw the default paying off for them a little more in those later rounds. They did throw off Bold massively in that one round with the that very aggressive A play with the AKs. And it looks like we are back into the match here. Let's get this transitioned back over. And we are on to the second half. iNTACT pulling up 7 rounds on the T side. Winning the CT pistol will give them a handy lead for the second half. Cache is a map that can definitely go either way, depending on whether or not the terrorist teams can find these openings, can split the counter-terrorists apart. Very passive, I want to say retake strat coming in from iNTACT. They do have smoke hit. You see one player on A playing towards the truck. Here we go.
And it is the retake. I think iNTACT recognizing that most players wanting to go toward the B site on the first round of Cache, that's a really common strategy, is to take that B site. And VicX holding toward the truck, not able to get any through the smoke, but one did come in from the CT side, and that's on Time. Kai with another. That's a great headshot from him, and here comes Skull on the flank. Let's see what he can do with it. One more from VicX. That's 2 from him. And Skull, great headshot. That's 3 in a row from iNTACT on the headshots. Great round from them. An easy cleanup on the pistol, it seemed, from the 3 counter-terrorists pushing into the site. Seemed to have no problem there. Kind of cleaned up all 3 players, knew where all 3 were, gathered the information effectively. And now we're going to see 2 M4s coming out from iNTACT.
Yeah, you notice that
3 M4s make that.
All 5 players living into the next round means that you don't have to rebuy that half armor. Looks like they got a lot of cheap head armor because they didn't take any damage on their vests. That's just fantastic. What a way to start the round. Bold completely reset. They're going to be fast pushing into
that nade did a lot of damage. These are going to be easy cleanups for the M4 and the UMP. And Kai going huge with the M4, even on the eco round coming out from the terrorist. those are going to be easy kills after that nade. We saw the assist on nearly every kill just from that 1 HE.
A couple players dropping low on health there on the CT side, but no economic damage done.
Little bit of a tongue twister. Economic damage done.
Economic damage done.
And yeah, it's what we kind of talked about when iNTACT was on the T side. They were able to put so many kills in the first 5 rounds on that CT side that their economy was broken after only 1 round. And here we see iNTACT building up a huge economy going into the first gun round. And Bold Youth on 3 AKs and low economy.
Very slow neutral game coming out from Bolt here. They just have a presence towards B, but their players are going to be pushing out shortly onto A site here. We have VicX alone at the 4. He needs to come on in this round. Excuse me. Gets 1 kill. There is a player that's already across the site. The bomb is still stuck in A main. VicX holds down the forklift. His teammates come in. Some fast rotations, and Bold Youth kind of getting choked up there. At one point they had a 4v1 on the A site, but they just aren't able to make the pressure on forklift and take those positions and get out on the site. And that's 10 rounds for iNTACT.
The thing they were lacking was the Molotovs. I mean, you saw VicX in absolutely no position to get Molotoved out there. No Molotovs on the T side. None toward the quad box if they had a player there. Would have just been a mow down from whoever could have stepped out from the quad box position. And I don't see the buy as the terrorists have been doing it.
Hold on, is this a... Oh, he went through mid.
He did go through mid, yeah,
Wow.
he pushed straight through mid.
This is amazing. I mean, that Molotov might have given away his position. Same is on the red box boosted on the inside, wouldn't have seen that come in. So you might know there's a player hanging around up here. And they also may have heard the vents break, but I do like this positioning from Imperius. Gives fantastic intel and the ability to rotate quickly between mid and B, which is where so many of these bold players are. We have time lurking up here with the CZ. And flashbangs coming in from Captain Red Sox. It looks like they are going to start moving.
Imperius, really nice drop down there from the vent. Easy pickup from him. And that's going to put a lot of pressure. They know that the rotate has to come in. They have the B main control. And now they only have to watch for the mid and the A site.
I'm a little confused from Bolt here, electing to use their only flashbang in that ill-fated attempt at a trade, and then they spend all this time. We have Skull on the site, mowing down the players with the M4. Actually picked up Imperius, and we are down to 1 player. Imperius and Enfo able to mow down the rest of the players. And the last player is certainly surrounded. VicX in the vents knows where the last player is.
Able to get out of there. Maybe a bomb plant for his troubles. Goes down to time, but is able to get the extra 300, but dies after the timer. That's not a good one.
No, so Orbital, I mean, yeah, he got the bomb plant, but he's on 1150 because he doesn't make money for that round. And that's a 4-round losing bonus that he does not get money for.
Yeah.
The rest of his team is buying up, and he's on 1100. That is a huge mistake. He needs to push into the counter-terrorist players there and make sure they kill him before time ends.
And right now, he only has a knife in hand. He doesn't even have a pistol. And he goes back for it.
He has a Glock.
Thank God he did, because he had absolutely no weapon there for a moment.
The only thing he could do with that knife is commit seppuku, because he knows that he has made a huge mistake, and he's staring at his money into that round. We have VicX holding close here. Another smoke comes in, but surely these players are getting ready to push. They may opt to go straight through the smoke.
They might get a little bit impatient, but it is 1:15 left in the round. They have a lot of time. They're able to wait.
Is iNTACT going to be able to spot some of these players? Maybe there's a tiny gap in the smoke. Here it is.
I don't think that Kai is going to make this peek. I think that he's gonna, yeah, quick nade. He's not gonna peek it with the gun. That's a great play from him. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see a dry peek coming out. You might get deeg to the face. You might get an AK to the face. He knows the Orbital had no money going into this round. You don't know what you're up against. And they don't even check the upper position. And VicX able to get 3 headshots in a row.
3 domes, 3 quick ones, and that is all of the pressure from Bold. The last two players kind of funneled and trapped in the main. They could rotate out, but I don't know. Of course, we see Orbital, who... this is so sad. A Glock, I mean, you know, he's on $1,100 going into this round. And he's going to sacrifice himself. Oh, across and get an AK.
But does get full flash. Not able to do much with it. Imperious, great headshot from him. And they do know the last one is in A main, so it should be quick and easy work coming out from iNTACT here. 2 seconds left in the round. 1, and it will do it. And they try to kill him again after the round. No money for him again. What is he doing?
Fantastic for coming out there from Info to finish up the round. Kill that last player, and that was just kind of a disappointing round from Bold. They spent all that time, and then their execute onto A. They just got mowed down by one counter-terrorist playing at kind of a one-and-done spot, far out on the catwalk like that. They were shut down by one Molotov timing and one player. I mean, this is kind of disappointing from Bold's perspective. Like, not only economically because they had a player on a full buy round that wasn't able to buy anything, but just the way in which they handled that round. There was no... I mean, you know, iNTACT never felt any pressure on the A side.
And now we're onto the Glocks. See what they'll do with them as they push into the mid lane. Do take a little bit of control toward the vent, but they're not able to get anything else, as we do have one CT toward the mid lane at the white box. Imperious rings in with 1. That's 2. 1 from Kai as well. 1 from Enfo coming in toward the mid. They know that all are toward the mid lane. That's 4 kills in the mid for iNTACT eSports, and they're looking for the last. Same sneaking in to the squeaky position here.
Perhaps looking for a cheeky plant.
But he is only on the Glock. But he's getting spammed and runs through. Gets up through the door by Enfo. And no plant for him, unfortunately.
Alright, they do have the money to buy Bold this time, but this is going to be one of their last chances to get back into this game. They are on full losing, so they will be able to buy. I mean, they may try and force the next 2 rounds if they end up losing this. But they really need to mount something here. You want to see... That's a knife coming in. Bold's
this is the momentum.
Bold's down to 78.
Yeah, this is the momentum talking here as we see a team knife coming in. We see a little bit of a swing here. iNTACT in so much control. One player pushed up all the way in mid. They're kind of marking their territory here. He hears the op scope and Enfo. Easy kill for him as he gets the intel that 1 is going to be boosted up.
iNTACT has full mid control here. They can rotate to anywhere and they can do it quickly. And that's big trouble for Bold, who are already at a disadvantage. Let's go over to Cheetos here. See if he can produce any sort of impact towards A main. There are 2 players on site, 1 quick to rotate on the highway.
And VicX again from the forklift position. He's been so strong here. Oh, notices the squeaky door open. Let's see where he focuses his vision. It could come down to timing here as we see a little bit of utility still on the T side. They do have the utility to pull him out of this position. They know he plays here, and that's Red Sox with 1 kill. I believe that's toward mid lane. And VicX still pinned at this forklift position. He hears them all around him, but he has nowhere to go. And that's 1 kill for him. Great job from VicX playing for this forklift position. Make it 2, another headshot. Spraying through the smoke, trying to get a 3rd, unable to connect. And VicX not moving to a different position, but Enfo trying to chime in with the op. Doesn't quite get one, but Kai, that's toward the mid lane position. And here comes Enfo pushing through the squeaky door, trying to get the last kill. Vic, nice easy cleanup. That's a quad overall for him, I believe. And great job from him.
I really want to, I mean, the utility from iNTACT coming out right now is fantastic. I mean, you saw that the second that they were expecting to be able to push out of A main, we saw Molly come into the squeaky door. And all of a sudden, the player in the squeaky can't push out of that position as well. So the counter-terrorist players only have to look at A main. And then players in A main are hesitating. It's just, I mean, this is some textbook Spidey sense timing coming in from iNTACT, just shutting down the aggression of Bold.
And every time that they seem to make a step, iNTACT, of course, chimes in with a counter step. As we talked about, with those Molotovs coming in, great timing, or shuts down the timing so players can't push out of 2 positions at once. And we're seeing a lot of that coming out so far. But the Terra side back in on this round. That's 2 for them. We're into the 5 versus 3. The counter-terrorists are spread very thin at this position. We have one toward each side. One toward the A, one toward the B, one toward the mid. And Kai electing to go toward B. They're going to stack it a little bit there. We have Skull and Kai at B site. And this is a good call from them. The terrorists have 3 players toward the B site. But there's Red Sox again chiming in. Skull, great job from him. Gets the trade. And Skull's alone on the B site here. And he's going to get 2. Make that 3 from Skull. Great job holding the B site from him. And now he's into the 1 versus 1. And Bomb is down on site, and he knows that. He does have the information on where Orbital is. Orbital coming through the Heaven position. Let's see where Skull looks toward the CT. Does he have the information that Skull is going to come toward the Heaven? He doesn't even check for it. He hears the drop.
And we have 20 seconds left. The terrorist player is the one that has to make the move here. The timing favors Skull, who gets a headshot. I believe was that 4
That's
in
a
that round?
4K overall by Skull. Amazing job by him. So many headshots coming out in that round. Locked down the B bomb site all by himself with only a little bit of help from flashes and nades from his teammates. Great shots from him.
He's been having a very slow game, but then you come in with a round like that, where it's probably Bold Youth's one of their last decent buys of the game, where they can actually afford an AWP, and comes in with a 4K to bring himself up to 10 and 11. That's just, I mean, fantastic job from him, not tilting, and being able to come up big and just really shut down Bold's attempt to get back in this game.
And I think we call him the dagger on that round, because he kind of seals their fate. Even though he hasn't had the best game, it still is able to come in with the offhand. It's always there. Just a nice little dagger right to the chest of Bold Youth. And of course, they will close out the round here, or they will close out another kill here as the terrorist side pushes through the mid, hoping to go up toward the A site. We're in the 4 versus 3 for Bold Youth.
VicX quite alone at the quad position on A site. We'll be joined shortly with a slight crossfire with Kai at truck. The terrorist players have to push through the smoke though, and this is going to be ill-advised. That's a terrible counter smoke. Kai has all the info. The counter spray. Oh,
but good flank coming in by Orbital, recognizing that his team is shut off from the highway position. But Skull and VicX getting 2, and that puts them in the 2 versus 1 against Same. And what an interesting position. The roles have been traded. The terrorists have the advantage. And now down VicX closes out the match.
Look at that. Look at that cat and mouse game coming out from around the quad box by VicX. The terrorist player thinks he's safe and thinks he's alone on site, but VicX is still patiently lurking there. Catches the terrorist player with the bomb out to finish the last round. I mean, that's a fantastic CT half from iNTACT. It really seemed like they just were not even letting Bold have any opportunities. They weren't giving themselves up to early picks or early aggression on the CT side. That was a very well played CT match. I mean, it was so they took 7 rounds on T, and then they allowed. Did they win every CT round?
I don't think so.
They might have lost one.
I think they lost one, but I think that what the big thing that, and you commented on it in the middle of the game, was they were able to shut down so many channels that the terrorist side were taking on that CT side. iNTACT was really able to throw the Molotovs, so the smokes at the right timings. We saw it right there in the last round. The smoke toward the highway, right as they were pushing up, really shut down all of their options. They were get 2 free kills just off of that one smoke. And those timings are what we're looking for on the CT side. Those are the big plays, the really basic timings you're looking for on CT side that really shut down the aggression from the splits from the terrorists.
Absolutely. And Bold having a couple strange mistakes with the tempo on their T sides, really getting shut down by little bits of aggression, small mistakes like that smoke towards truck that was really whiffed. And that's enough against a solid CT side to really put the nail in your coffin and just show that iNTACT was just able to dominate them. Great match from iNTACT. I like some of the things we're seeing on the CT side. It looks like a lot of their players are doing a fantastic job at anchoring sites. We saw VicX on that A side really dominating from the forklift position, able to hold it down almost by himself at times. We had Skull with that fantastic 4K on the B site with the 1v1 clutch at the end as well. So yeah, I thought that was a fantastic match.
Yeah.
And we're
great cash game from them. I think that's where we'll probably wrap it up for the time being.
Yep.
So catch us next time. We'll probably take a break for the evening, but catch us tomorrow. We'll be doing DreamHack Denver Open qualifiers.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing, hopefully we're going to be able to get in and spectate some the open qualifiers for DreamHack Denver. iNTACT is going to be trying to make it through on that. Hopefully we have more than one match to cast. It is a single elimination tournament, and the competition there is steep. You have the best premier teams and intermediate teams in North America that are going to be vying for those spots to play on their home turf at a DreamHack event. I don't know if... So DreamHack did recently unband the iBuyPower guys, but I don't know if either of them have a team. Oh no! I think Steel's team is actually trying to qualify for this.
I think
as
so.
Well. And so that's
the level of competition we have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is some of the best players in North America recently forming teams and trying to go to some of these open invite tournaments that aren't sponsored by Valve. So
yeah.
I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. Once again, my name is Hopti.
I'm Savage.
You can catch me on Twitter at HoptiTweets, and you can catch Savage on Twitter at GT_. Wait, GTX?
GT_Savage with a 3 at the end.
Instead of an E.
Instead of an E.
Savage with a 3 instead of an E.
Savage with the 3 instead of an E. There
all
we
right.
are, boys.
That'll be all for us.
That'll be all. We'll catch you next time.